Tech has been moved off of the team and will just teach fighting for us. The new recruit for the main squad was between No One and Ponderfish. I like Ponderfish already wearing that police uniform, and I like Ponderfish having some higher charisma. But I think what sold me here is No One just having one wisdom. This liberal judge will leave behind No One. Welcome aboard to the main liberal crime squad. I want someone else who has intelligence on this team in case something happens to the founder during a mission. As a matter of fact, No One is going to have more intelligence. That's going to be real important. That's going to be real important. That said, I want Ponderfish to do something for me instead of that, and that is to take a class in computer skill. You never know when we'll need that. You're up to 342, which is less than some of the computer skill we've got on this team, thanks to Applejack and, of course, the founder himself. We gotta get No One some juice, though. We gotta have to find some juice. We can probably do that. After I find this combat knife, and I suppose, get you a judge robe for now. Actually, since I'm thinking about it. Hey, Ponderfish. That's not how we go to change equipment. Hey, Ponderfish. Why don't we change your equipment instead of that police uniform? Tell you what, we'll give you a treat. Have this fucking seal suit. And you, No One. No One. Who is No One? What is No One? No One. And that is a big torso protector there on that suit. It's better than everyone else's. Way to go, No One. Let's get ourselves to the Halls of Ultimate Judgment. No One is going to be getting some on-the-job training. We might also find some on-the-job recruits for No One. It's going to be exciting. Let's get through this door. And go rattle a few juries, yeah? Leave that lawyer alone. That secretary? Get to work, No One. No. Understood. Obstruction of justice, that's not worth another execution. Applejack's like, yes, I've learned more about persuasion now, having encountered that. We're like, yes, good. And obstruction of justice remains not worthy of an execution thing. Beat the shit out of more shit. Someone up ahead, this truck driver? No One. Have a chat with the truck driver. An alarm? Let's go. If you're ready to fight, go to the Halls of Ultimate Judgment. You two heart. Gross. Weapon, happy birthday. Ariana, happy birthday as well. We act. The truth is always free. Look at this impact. Look at how we're moving the issues. Site of numerous conservative injustices, indeed. Ugh. There we go. We're moving the needle. You love to see that. Halls of Ultimate Judgment now on high security. Let's see how that actually translates to what we're doing here. They're on alert because some group keeps coming in and meddling with the juries and breaking more shit. And we gotta look out for that, you know? Property destruction, not worth yet another execution. What would I know about property destruction? I wouldn't know anything. That lawyer, No One. There we go. Welcome aboard to the new team. I saw that mutant. Hey, mutants! We actually are having more mutants. How about that? I thought because pollution was set to conservative. Some judges corrupt evidence. Nice. That would actually knock that off too. I thought nuclear power and pollution both had to be set there. No One rattling the conservatives. Guess I'm wrong, though. Fine being wrong. Also, Intezar stats over here, I gotta say. That's, you can tell who the fuck Intezar is. That's for damn sure. Good God. I had seen some spooky numbers in the huge recruitment phase, but I hadn't gone and checked out everyone's stats after the fact. I figured eventually we would find them, and it's Intezar. Whew. That is gross as fuck. That's so gross. That's what, a tin juice? Dear God. Man. Thinking about having you give up on the spot, and I'm also thinking about just having you try and run away. Run away. Hits the head. There goes the left eye. What about my offspring? Go, Intezar. Makes a mess. Like I said, folks, this is not a mutant run. There goes Intezar, beaten to death. Woo! Good heavens, though. Oh, man. That's the kind of mutant power we could have been playing with from the very start. Holy shit. Dwight Parking now 51. I'm pretty sure that would be at 10 juice. I'm pretty sure all the kids in here I left at 10 juice. And nothing I would have done would have changed the amount of juice they had. It's not like I've shot down any fucking airplanes. Yeah. Woo! You have some... Let's take this time now to scroll through everyone briefly. See if anyone can even hope to hit those numbers. That's the kind of person you celebrate, though. For damn sure, like, oh yeah! Gotta cherish them! Nah, no. Should have gone looking for the other mutant if they are even still alive. Yeah, that's Megan Frank. Megan Frank was the other mutant. And I don't recall Megan Frank being that exciting. Sometimes you lose big on those point distributions. I talked about that at the beginning of the playthrough, and I've shown off the power of mutant point distributions over the course of me recording Liberal Crime Squad and broadcasting it too, as I have broadcasted before. Yeah, I mean that's reasonable. 13 heart there, 10 agility, just heart agility emphasis, heart for the hit points, agility for the firearms. For like a fighting type individual, but Intezar. He's too dangerous to be left alive. Good heavens. Now just imagine, again, as I go out to stop evil, if at the start of this playthrough, with how easy it is to just chat up mutants, I don't even have to go onto a site and walk around a whole bunch of times to find them. I just keep fishing and fishing and fishing and fishing. And I have an entire team worth of people that fucking competent and capable. Now that was with, a slight stat boost, courtesy of having 10 juice. Football coach there, by the way. A slight stat boost. So good. More judges' corrupt evidence. I had to resist the temptation to, not have him just give up and fucking rescue him on the spot. I was like, oh god, I just want to I wanted Intezar. No. If Intezar gets away, that's how the Crucible works. No one is exempt from the rules. Not even based on this incredible fucking merit. Ebony Twain grabbed, brutally beaten. Gus Musa, ready to participate. Okay, we push the issues up pretty damn strong for us. Here, what we can. Obviously, there are some issues we have not quite handled, but I know where to go to handle those issues. We're not in any particular rush as I'm playing the game. How deep is this video? All right. Let's Let's hit up the Halls of Ultimate Judgment a couple more times, and then I believe I will just pass the rest of the month. Circumstances permitting, of course. We'll grab some stuff. Probably should have chatted you up on my way. Resisting arrest isn't worth yet another execution, folks. It's just not. Squad smells conservative panic. Let's go. Gary Lincoln, happy birthday. Look, he's resisting arrest. Not anymore. Yeah. Caught on camera. Tonight at 10. The police have brutally beaten a black man in Los Angeles. The entire thing is caught on video by a passerby. It saturates the news. I had wondered whether any of these vignettes were a new age. How those would be rendered. I reckon that answers my question. So, doesn't look like that's printed out in the media overview. 75.8% of people now have liberal values, though. Yeah. 9% have a favorable opinion of the president. Uh-huh. I can't recall ever doing a liberal crime squad run where favorability was in single digits. We've really turned the country liberal by the looks of things. Still deep into this arch-conservative hot mess. Yeah, pollution is as conservative as opposed to arch-conservative. Okay. One more visit to the Halls of Ultimate Judgment, I do believe. I like how I'm constantly heading over here to the left side instead of the right, and then crossing over all the way to the right. I'm just, noting my appreciation for how I'm handling business. Sodomy, not worth yet another execution. That gets Applejack up to 11 persuasion. It's pretty good. That's better than what the founder can have. Again, I wanted a spread out distribution of points with the founder. Wanted to show off a number of different things with a rounded character. Office worker there. Lawyer and photographer there. Tell you what. Tiny shopkeeper. You want to look like the toxic adventure opposed pollution. How did that argument not work? Wild. Zachary McKinley. Get that photographer. We need more women. Let's go. Jimmy! Jimmy, run! Run, Jimmy, with your black turtleneck. You'll lose them in the shadows. Go, Jimmy! Jimmy! Jimmy, it's going to make it harder for you to lose them in the shadows. Jimmy, just surrender. Noel! Whoop. Spend some money. Rex Sinew, now 5 years old. We've struck again. And the Conservative Crime Squad. Yes, we saw them teased there in the opinion poll. That was a shadow drop of them. But I wanted to wait to take action until they officially unveiled themselves. A gang of M16-wielding vigilantes calling itself the Conservative Crime Squad went on a rampage yesterday. According to a spokesperson from the police department, the events took place at the Sustainable Energy Research Center. Yes. The CCS hated is going up, but they are impacting sweatshops as well as pollution. They are influencing the issues themselves. More and more folks are going to want them brought to justice. Yeah, we'll have to do something about that. We will have to do something about that. All right, I said that was going to be my final foray into doing stuff on site there. I could go do some other things, I guess. But, I think this will be fine. You, no one. I might move you up the list at some point, but for now, I'm actually going to have you take computers classes. Yes, you are going to teach Nothing, because I want you to take classes on psychology. You are going to teach stuff. Yes, I want you to teach persuasion, please. I want you to teach about fighting. And I want you to teach about... Maybe I have you teach about that, and I have you teach about covert ops. And Tiny Shopkeeper, I'm also going to have you teach about fighting. You never know when we'll need that fighting skill spread out, what it can provide for us. Got plenty of brownie sellers still. Okay. Let's have the time pass as the world turns. Megan Frank accosted. That's our other mutant. Go, Megan! Run! Megan! What about my... Beaten to death. Anya. Anya, you got this. Yes. Brenda, welcome aboard. Zeke, big 19, big 19. Congratulations. Okay. Morris. All right, Morbus. I've armed you folks with lots of skills, and I think it's time for you to understand the skill to surrender here. Bobby Downey. Give it a try. Brutally beaten and grabbed. Clyde. What do you got, Clyde? Let's go, Clyde. Matrix dodge out of the way, Clyde. Billy Man. Dodge. Dodge. Sidestep. Sidestep. Dodge. Sidestep. All right, we've leveled up your dodge. You're not anywhere close to escaping. Turn yourself in, Billy. Clyde caught again. Just let it go, Clyde. Chris. Big 3-0. A rampage at the labor union headquarters. They are hated even more, continuing to impact sweatshops, immigration, pollution. I see how it is. I see how it is. Well then. All right, we'll file that away. We'll keep that one in mind. Heat 666. How we doing here on them psychologies? We're getting to work. Yeah. How are you doing on your computers? You're getting to work. Good. Yeah. Merry Christmas. I have half a mind to bundle up all these folks selling brownies and put them into the police system. But it's going to require me to put them in squads to then go get them surrendered. Yeah, that sounds an awful lot like effort I don't feel like putting in. Perhaps from this point now that I have this much, I've fully vetted them. It's been over a month. These folks have been selling brownies. Yeah. I've been easing towards more and more giving ups. We might just do that full tilt as soon as someone is accosted. Katarina, for example, just give up. Ada, give up. Jack, give up. Long shot, happy birthday. 21, big 2-1. 255525. Money. The day after Christmas. 'Twas the day after Christmas, and all through the house. I think I'll have you continue to teach covert ops. Yeah. I was thinking about taking actions with the main squad at this time. About what I might want to do. You know, maybe have some impact on sweatshops immigration. I know how to do that. It's in consideration. AIX1999. 54 years old, Marsha Peck, big 2-0. No one has that advanced class in computers. Dallas. Give up, Dallas. That's 17 in the justice system. All right. In a groundbreaking act of synergy, we've got ourselves another PMC. Okay. Well, we better take care of that. So, you're telling me that Equip Squad is lit up, but I'm not gonna be able to equip Squad? See, I do recall circumstances, or rather, I recall prior iterations of Liberal Crime Squad where, we couldn't adjust our equipment when they're coming for us. But it's lit up, right? So you would think that it wouldn't be a problem, but it's a problem. I was like, cool. Since it's been lit up here, I will just be able to swap out my gear. I don't have to, be anal about constantly putting the right stuff on my team. Yeah, about that. Can I adjust equipment through here? Yes. Cool. That'll do then. All right, suppose I'm going to edit that out. That's the class adjusted. Let's go out and fight. Run and cry. Y'all run and cry too. Cornelia yells at him to drop it. And these folks over here. And these folks over here too. Cornelia yells at them again to drop it. Okay, we technically haven't slain everyone in here. There's this group hiding up here. Let me go ahead and clean this one up too. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, alright, good. Cornelia, I want you to write for the Liberal Guardian for me, please. And I'm gonna be wild and crazy and we just swatted off a siege? Yeah, there's more work to be done. There is more work. And for that, I think we're gonna hit up the bank. Yeah. Hello. We fade into the shadows, thanks to our awesome cool seal suits. Yes. It's about time the squad of 6 got back up this... Fuck, I went to the wrong building. I went to hit up the bank. Well, these things happen. Seal suits are very stealthy, as you can see there. I guess as a New Year's Eve treat, we'll hit up the bank. Fucking wild that I had muscle memory built up. All I had to do was remove Perpentuck. And, that's clearly resolved everything. Stealth-wise. And add no one. I mean, how could they know that anyone's here? No one's here. Duh. And yeah, we could go to these cells here and rescue folks who are transported here to this facility, but we're not here to do that. I guess... talk about the issues? We fade into the shadows. Well, we go. We strike, and now, as a New Year's Eve treat, we're going to the bank. We're pressing the letter E instead of D on the keyboard. We see up there at the top right, we're going to the bank. Great. Hello? Don't mind us. Martial artist. Ooh. Telemarketers, dancers, barkeeps. Vic, talk to the martial artist. Guns kill people. Oh. Tiny shopkeeper, talk to the bartender. Nobody gets paid a cent unless a union's involved. We unlock the door. Got any of them bank managers around here? We have private military. Those don't look like bank managers. Fucking shoot them with their high security. Sneak. We sneak past the conservatives. We're just too good. You know, we might not find any bank managers out here. That makes sense. They're in high security still. Understandably, the bank manager's hiding. Yes, we need a bank manager. There might be an office back here that could have a guaranteed one. I don't remember. Obviously not a guaranteed one anymore, and I'm sure the tellers are hiding. Excuse me. You're my friend now. And we forfeit initiative to make sure we grab ourselves a new friend. You know, if we were up front, we could have passed a note like, hey, buds, we're robbing you. We're definitely robbing you. Grimith cracks the combo locks. Applejack disables the electronic lock. Okay. Thought no one would take point on that. All right, cool. Excuse me, I gotta load up bricks of money. So give me a moment. We're the payday gang. SWAT team dives in. We're fine. We're fine. There was some mistaken hitting there. Oh no, we hit a SWAT officer instead of a different SWAT officer. Dodge, 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 dodge. In our cool SEAL suits. Drop it now, I won't ask twice. Our bloodied armor. I'm here for the money. That poor bank manager, not brick manager. Another SWAT team moves in. They're doing more to protect this fucking bank vault than they have ever done to assault Neuwirth Real Estate. Like, what the fuck? They know how to come in this many in a group and they can keep doing this? Where has this been earlier in the playthrough, right? Let's get to work. Better debt than liberal. Vic hit in the torso. Applejack hit in the torso. Zachary hit in the left arm. Thankfully, we have plenty of armor. Vic needing to reload. Tiny shopkeeper hit in the armor. Vic hit in the right leg armor. Applejack hit in the helmet. What about my offspring, please? All right. Yeah. Go ahead and resolve that situation. Don't push your luck. I'm gonna release you now. Good luck. Out there. A group of people up ahead. Sneak past the conservatives. Guys, you really do not want this fucking fight to end the year. Should old acquaintance be forgot? There they go. Yeah. Back up. Gwen Becker? Just surrender, Gwen. Corey? Tyrone? Welcome aboard, Tyrone. The Class War! We're going to release this judge's corrupt evidence, promising conservative rulings in exchange for appointments. This judge is too weak to pose a real threat to you moving forward. Oh no, Cobalt was caught snooping around. Nikki Redwine has grabbed a new SWAT officer. Congress is acting on legislation to deregulate animal research. Damn you. Dallas has moved to the courthouse for trial, so is Clyde. Olivia's ratted us out. Ebony's ratted us out. Thor Bacon is standing trial. Sleeper Roz Hong reads the charges, trying to hide a smile. The defendant Thor Bacon is charged with 3 counts of desecration of the national flag, distribution of a controlled substance, and 5 counts of resisting arrest. We're going to accept Sleeper Xenia Woodrow's offer to assist pro bono. Jury is quite moderate. The prosecution's case seems pretty fragile. The defense is really slick. Not guilty! Thor Bacon is free. Jack Roy rats us out. Kiki Talty, 3 counts of desecration of the national flag, distribution of a controlled substance, and 25 counts of resisting arrest. Come out here, Xenia. Kiki Talty's best friend from childhood on the jury. Prosecution's case is solid. The defense is extremely compelling. Not guilty. Billy, Bobby, Marcia, Gwen, Morris, Ada, Ekaterina. Marcus is standing trial. 3 counts of desecration of the national flag, distribution of a controlled substance, and 3 counts of resisting arrest. David Gatien, I remember him. That was the Xenia's first recruit. Will accept this offer to assist pro bono. Very liberal. Prosecution's case is fragile. Defense is really slick. Not guilty. Jimmy, no. Page is now standing trial. 3 counts of desecration of national flag, distribution of a controlled substance, and 4 counts of resisting arrest. Will accept the offer. Fairly liberal jury. Fragile prosecution. And they look like fucking amateurs. Page is not guilty. All this money we earned. 418,000 money dollar redos. Happy fucking New Year, everyone. We struck at the halls of ultimate judgment, and we struck at the first American bank, the very symbol of economic equality. And I gotta say, we did not lose any known or liked in the class war. Awesome. Awesome. Media, like liberal agenda-wise, we're back to 9% having a favorable opinion of the president. Many folks are deeply concerned about the conservative crime squad. Well, don't worry, because now I know the CCS is on the board and they've properly revealed themselves. We'll take action against those. Next time, with the battle chest. And, of course, our folks who won their court cases. Look at them. Clear criminal records. We could clear out everything, except for, of course, escaping prison. Yes, we did so good. Excellent work, Xenia. Excellent, excellent work. She's even leveled up her law. We're making Xenia better. Incredible. Take care, everyone. This video went a little long, even after the cutting out I am going to be doing of that re-equipping footage. We had lots of glorious excitement and fat stacks of cash, and we haven't had another siege show up at Neuwirth Real Estate, besides the corporation sending stuff. The government, they're observing me. All they're getting, though, are middle fingers. Because they ain't done shit. The best offense the government had against me were those two huge groups of SWAT officers. We actually took damage. Our armor was damaged. We're going to have to swap that out with fresh SEAL suits. We have some of those. Oh, just... There we go. Clean that up. Whew, 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 whew. And I might have to spread out that ammunition a bit better, more evenly across the group. Anyway, yeah. See you all later for 2024, and it's gonna be a busy year.